Hi, I'm Kate from Hand Connection and welcome to this week's Energy for Everybody. Each week, for those that haven't been here before, I share a simple energetic guide just to help you navigate the week ahead. This isn't about predicting outcomes. It's more about offering some awareness around the qualities of the days ahead. So I encourage you just to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And by all means, share this with anyone you think might benefit as well. So as this week unfolds, it's going to be coming through in more of a wave-like motion rather than a straight line. So early on, there's this sense of needing to reorient yourself, of needing to kind of recalibrate after perhaps some movement or noise that you may have experienced from recent weeks. Midweek is bringing clearer internal signals, especially around communication, boundaries, and your own emotional honesty. Toward the end of the week, again, the energy starts to soften, asking for integration rather than action. So momentum does exist this week, but it's more quiet and it's coming from a space of alignment over effort. So you know when something feels right and it just flows really easily. And when it doesn't, you really feel it. It's like things feel really hard and it's like you're trying to swim against the current, or you feel like you're constantly banging your head against a brick wall and nothing seems to go right and you start feeling exhausted and overwhelmed and tired. So this week, if you feel like you're struggling or if you feel like you're trying to push through something, I encourage you to take a moment to take a step back and just notice where or what might be out of sync. So what are you trying to force? And then what can you do or perhaps not do in order to allow things to flow more naturally? This week is where listening creates progress and pausing creates clarity. It's going to be those small but really conscious choices that are going to have a bigger impact than big decisions. So let's move into Monday. Monday is carrying quite a stabilizing tone, quite a grounding tone. So from an emotional perspective, this might show up for you like a need to feel settled, a need to feel certain, or to just have a clearer sense of direction before actually engaging and taking action. So you might notice a pull towards routine and what feels familiar, or just a pull towards simpler tasks that actually help you feel a little bit more settled within your mind and body. Mentally, you might find your focus today improves when you actually narrow your attention to one specific task. So if you try to multitask today, that might start feeling quite draining. Whereas if you focus on just doing one thing at a time, that is going to restore a sense of control and calm. So decisions that are practical are going to be best today. Try to avoid getting stuck in ideals and fantasy and pipe dreams today. They can wait for another day. Monday's not the day for them. In relationships, today is really asking for listening without fixing. So just see if that pops up for you. From a work perspective, your productivity is going to be really supported if you can approach it with steady pacing. So try and give yourself a few short pauses just to reset your nervous system, just so you don't get that overwhelm. Today is really about steadiness over speed. Moving on to Tuesday, we have much more mental activity going on here. There's a much more mental energy going on. So thoughts are possibly going to move a little bit faster. You might find that your conversations are going to carry a little bit more weight to them as well. You might find that you're overly curious. There's more of a desire to understand and to clarify, or perhaps to name or label what's been sort of lingering beneath the surface. So it's a really good day to let things out if that's what you're feeling today. Whether it's writing or journaling or speaking or even some physical movement, your nervous system's really going to respond best if you incorporate some form of expression today in order to help you process that internal noise. If you don't, and you try and hold everything in, you might find yourself feeling quite restless or tense today. So just listen to that intuition and try and pay attention to the body. Your relationships, you might find today that you need to speak up about something, or be honest about a situation or a topic that has been perhaps hovering. So if this comes up for you today, it's going to land best if it's delivered and approached with a kind and considered sort of tone and energy about it. So today's really a day where productivity in general will improve through not just communication, but also collaborative thinking, rather than trying to do it all yourself and rather than doing it solo. So your clarity grows through thoughtful expression. Wednesday has a bit more of a reflective energy to it. So this might show up more as feeling a little more sensitive, not in an overwhelming way, just more aware. So you might be more aware of subtle shifts in your own mood or your own energy or even that of others. So that's really going to highlight what needs attention today. So if that comes up for you, pay attention to it. Little pauses throughout the day from any mental noise is going to be really beneficial as well. So you might find that you gain awareness and gain insights in between tasks rather than during them. So just try to be aware of when you start overthinking a little bit too much today, because that's likely to cloud what it is that you already know. It's likely to cloud those insights that are trying to come through. Relationships might be asking for a little more empathy today as well. So if you have space to give it, you might find that it enables the relationship to deepen as a result. Offering understanding to yourself first will enable that space for others to meet you there. If you want to be productive today, it will work best if you can find a way to sort of weave in a bit of balance and weave in a little bit of rest intentionally throughout the day, because your awareness is likely to expand today, but only when you slow down enough to actually feel it and to actually sense it. Moving into the later part of the week, Thursday brings renewed momentum. It's intentional rather than urgent, and you might find that your confidence is heightened and augmented when your actions are actually aligned with your values. So there's kind of this sense of readiness, not to do everything, just to do what matters. Mentally, you might find that there's more clarity once you've actually figured out what your priorities are and made them really clear. So try to make decisions based around your intuition today, that body response, that felt gut feeling over what you perceive as being external expectations or what are real external expectations. You might also find today that your boundaries actually feel supportive. Both you feel supported in them, and others acknowledge them as well. So in your relationships, that might be where you feel supported rather than restricted. There's a real focus on purposeful effort today as well, followed by deliberate rest. And that's going to be the best way to ensure a productive day. So aligned action feels really calm today, not pressured action. Stepping into Friday, you might feel more of a pull towards comfort, connection, and self-care. So if that is where you are being drawn to, listen to your nervous system. Is it asking for gentle input? You may have had a really busy week with all that mental and emotional processing, so it's okay to allow yourself a little bit of a softer day. You might also find on Friday that your focus becomes a little bit more narrowed. So this is natural if it's happening for you. It's not a day for heavy planning. Instead, having presence is going to enhance your relationships and your tasks today. So we're talking about listening and sharing and unwinding is what's being really asked of you, and you might actually find that you welcome it quite easily today as well. So try not to overdo it, otherwise you might feel like you burn out really quickly. Just see if you can listen to your body's cues on Friday. It's really about listening to your needs in order to restore your energy. Moving into the weekend, Saturday carries quite an open and spacious kind of energy and tone to it. So you might feel a certain freedom to explore what's been happening both emotionally and mentally without any pressure. And your curiosity may start replacing this sense of obligation. So just let enjoyment and fun and openness be your guide for today. You might even be drawn to some physical movement or getting out in nature or being creatively expressive today. So if that's what you're feeling, listen to it. Your nervous system will love you for it. And you may find that by doing so, that your mental clarity improves. So just see what happens when you follow what feels engaging today rather than what feels efficient. It's a really good day to do things together as well. So any relationships that you're in may benefit from shared experiences today. But presence is really the priority. So just follow what feels expansive. Stepping into Sunday, you might sense, again, a bit of that reflective energy that we had earlier in the week. But it's going to come about as a bit more of a sense of calm. It's like gathering the week that's been rather than analysing it. So you might feel more drawn to doing more quieter sort of routines or perhaps even engaging in some meaningful rituals. Your mental focus might turn a little more inward today, with insight coming to you when you review your experiences of the week gently without judgment. Just try to approach any decision making that you need to do today with a sense of patience over a need for resolution. Rest is essential today. Prepare your system for the week ahead, and integration will create this quiet clarity. So as this week closes, just notice what feels more settled within you, not because everything is resolved, but because you stay connected while moving through it. The coming days build on a steadiness, build on this gradual invitation of clearer direction and a renewed engagement with the world around you. So for now, just let integration do its work. Your curiosity will naturally lead the way forward in its own time. And also, if you want daily reminders of what this week holds, I am doing short videos on Instagram and Facebook, so please like and follow me over there. And also remember, if you want to watch these weekly Energy for Everybody videos on a weekly basis, please subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. And if you know anyone who might also be interested in this, please share it with them. If you liked this video, please give us a thumbs up too. Really appreciate it. Thank you for today, and I hope you have a lovely, calm and intentional week ahead.